Imagine being the CEO of a company so powerful that it controls the world's information. A company that billions rely on every day. And now imagine your job is to take it into the future. No pressure, right? This is the story of Sundar Pichai, the man who transformed Google from a search engine into an AI powerhouse, from a tech giant into a global leader in innovation. But how did a quiet boy from India rise to lead one of the most influential companies on earth? And more importantly, what lessons can we learn from his journey? Let's find out. Sundar Pichai was born in Chennai, India in 1972. His family wasn't rich. In fact, they didn't even own a telephone until he was 12. But here's the crazy part. Sundar had a photographic memory for phone numbers. If he heard a number once, he never forgot it. Imagine if he worked in customer service. No need for a CRM. His father, an engineer, would bring home stories about technology, and Sundar was hooked. He was curious, observant, and had a knack for solving problems. Sundar excelled in academics, earning a spot at IIT Kharagpur, one of India's most prestigious engineering schools. From there, he went to Stanford, yes, the same university where Google itself was born. Fun fact, he almost dropped out of Stanford because the tuition was too expensive. Imagine a world where Sundar Pichai didn't lead Google. Crazy, right? Luckily, his parents used their life savings to support his education. After Stanford, he worked at a semiconductor company, then joined Google in 2004. And guess what his first project was? Google Toolbar. Yeah, that thing we all used before Chrome existed. At Google, Sundar had a simple but crazy idea. Why not build our own browser? Sounds obvious today, but back then, Internet Explorer ruled the web. People thought Sundar was out of his mind, but he persisted. In 2008, Google Chrome was born. It was fast, simple, and, most importantly, it didn't crash every 5 minutes like Internet Explorer. Within a few years, Chrome became the most used browser in the world. Sundar wasn't loud, he wasn't flashy, but his leadership style was different. He listened more than he spoke. In 2015, when Google restructured into Alphabet, Sundar Pichai became CEO of Google. His first big test, the rise of AI and cloud computing. Google was great at search, but competitors like Amazon and Microsoft were leading in AI. Sundar knew that if Google didn't pivot fast, it could lose its dominance. Under his leadership, Google doubled down on AI, developing Google Assistant, TensorFlow, and Google Cloud. He transformed Google into an AI-first company before most people even knew what AI was. Let's be real. Being CEO of Google isn't just about innovation. It's about handling crises, and Sundar has had a lot of them. Google faced antitrust investigations, employee protests over ethics in AI, the pressure of handling misinformation on YouTube. Through it all, Sundar remained calm, focused, and strategic. Unlike other tech CEOs who fight on Twitter, he solves problems quietly by focusing on the bigger picture, the future. Under Sundar's leadership, Google is betting big on AI and machine learning, Google Bard, DeepMind, and AI-driven search, quantum computing, developing computers that can solve impossible problems, sustainable tech. Google is working toward a carbon-free future, expanding internet access. Projects like Google's Loon aim to connect remote areas. Sundar Pichai is proof that you don't need to be the loudest or the flashiest to change the world. Sometimes the quietest leaders make the biggest impact. Here's the huge lesson of this story. The best leaders don't just follow trends, they create them. Now to the real question for you, what vision do you have for the future? Because if there's one thing we've learned from Sundar, it's that the future belongs to those who dare to shape it. Like, share, and subscribe to Learn Tech A to Z for more inspiring tech stories. Until next time, stay curious, stay innovative,